Hi, I'm Lisa Leiter. In Chicago Business Today, the new City Council. Chicago not only has a new mayor, but now a city council with more than a third of its 50 members brand new. The council's second longest serving member, Bernard Stone, lost to Deborah Silverstein, who was backed by Rahm Emanuel. Also gone is 6th Ward Alderman Fredrenna Lyle, who lost despite the mayor-elect's support. Most of the candidates Emanuel supported won. I sat down with Paul Green, director of the Institute for Politics at Roosevelt University, to talk more about the impact of the elections. So, Paul, what was the biggest surprise in last night's runoff elections, in your opinion?
Well, the low turnout, 25%, but there really isn't much excitement in many of these races. Some of the old incumbents lost, and then you have some new people, but basically Chicago is going to be Gladys Knight and the Pips. The aldermen are the Pips and the mayor is Gladys Knight. They're going to be backup. And so whoever won last night, good for them, but they're not going to make that much difference. The problems of the city transcend any single ward.
Well, Emanuel got victories in 7 of the 10 races that he supported. Do you think he'll have the coalition on the city council? I mean, after all, a third of its members turned over.
Rahm Emanuel did not run for mayor, so he could be a small d Democrat and have a lot of meetings and chit-chatting. The city of Chicago has problems that require instant action and an incredible amount of activity. The city council historically in the city has not been a place for any of those things. So what you're going to have is you're going to have a mayor-dominated government. We're used to that, and I would suggest to you that the chances are that it may even be more mayor-dominated under Emanuel than it was under Daley.
Small business, business in general, hates uncertainty. There's probably a lot of uncertainty given that we've got this new makeup on the council, a new mayor. Mm-hmm. What do you think business, Chicago business, small and large, are going to be looking for from this new council?
I think business is going to have a friend in Emanuel. He needs to improve the business climate. I would be shocked if there is not a groundswell of support for him from the business community, given the fact that what they need and what the city needs is the same thing. Both have to grow.
The chairmanship of the Finance Committee, will Ed Burke be able to hold on to that? What's your take on that?
Ed Burke is someone I know for a very long time. He's a professional. He knows that the Finance Committee chair is more ceremonial than anything else, given the types of mayors we've had. If you rank at the top 10 positions, mayor is 1 through 9. The finance chair is 10. So what's the most important job? It's the mayor, and I think that's going to happen, and they'll work out some accommodation.
So you think he'll be able to keep the job?
If he wants, Rich Daley and Ed Burke weren't exactly bosom buddies either, and they worked it out for 22 years, so I don't think that's going to be a problem. There isn't enough time and energy to fool around with these personal animosities given the problems that the city of Chicago has.
All right, Paul, thanks so much for joining us today. We appreciate it.
It's always good to be with all you young people.
And that's this edition of Chicago Business Today. For all of our political coverage, be sure to check out chicagobusiness.com. Thanks for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.